So, my first...
Let's close that door, just for privacy for those people in the other office there.
Right.
Good.
Alright, so the first question I suppose I have is, why are you running?
Well, I've been considering running for quite a while, out of concern for the future. I'm a financial planner by trade, and I'm very well aware of the severe financial crisis that our state is in right now.
Mm-hmm.
With that goes a lot of other problems like the regulatory reform which we need. We must make sure that our businesses are viable. We're losing jobs left and right from the state because of our taxes and because of the over-regulation, which makes our state very anti-business.
So, you actually ran against Lois Capps a few years ago and lost. What makes you think that you'll succeed in this race as opposed to the last one?
Well, the districts are quite different. In fact, I received over 80,000 votes in that race, which is more than any of the other candidates put together in their prior races. My name recognition is very, very high in this district, and people favor my conservative positions.
Now you immigrated from Finland years and years ago, and Cacho immigrated from Lebanon, and both of you have taken a strong stance against illegal immigration. Do you think there's a pattern, a correlation there, or do you think...
Well, many people have said that immigrants tend to be tougher on illegal immigrants than the general public, and there may be some truth to that. I haven't looked at it from that standpoint. I just think it's a matter of right for the society. The question of illegal entry versus legal entry should be self-evident. I think all of us should be here legally.
All right. You have had you've gotten some support from the Tea Party movement, and Tea Party affiliated candidates have been winning primary elections a lot this year. Do you think that will that having the Tea Party support will put you over the top of your opponents, or do you think that that's as big of an issue in this state?
I think it is a significant issue everywhere in the United States at this point. I've organized Tea Party rallies myself. I did them a long time ago. I've done town hall meetings on health care. I do annual barbecues for the troops. I've done that for years and years. So I've been active politically and socially in our community for many, many years. I didn't join the Tea Party movement because I was running. I've been doing Tea Party rallies, like I said, before I was even a candidate. So there's nothing new, but there's definitely, people are very concerned about the overreaching of the government, overreaching by the government to every area of our lives, and people are sick and tired of that. They don't want the high taxes, they don't want the regulation that the government puts on them.
Now you have, I've looked at your program, and it's almost like a Republican Party checklist. Check this position, that position, the other position. The Tribune actually called you dogmatic, and the New Times, which we all know their biases,
Are you saying that the Tribune is not biased?
No, I'm not saying it's not biased. I'm just saying that that's the perception on the left. How do you respond to these, is there a position you have that you go against the Republican Party? And
I'm not in the race to run as a Republican. I'm conservative, and I subscribe to a philosophy, a worldview that many Republicans subscribe to. Certainly I am running on the Republican ticket because the platform mirrors many of the things that I believe in. Dogmatic, the Telegram, you're correct, Telegram Tribune is very dogmatic.
Well, let's see. Can you tell me one thing you like about Cacho and one thing you dislike about him?
Well, I'm very pleased that we have candidates who are interested in in our society and interested in our community, interested enough to run. And I think that's very valuable, that we have people who are willing to put themselves out to run.
All right. There's, I'm trying to think of one other thing, kind of a last thing. One thing that, oh, now I remember what my last question was, the budget. You and all the other Republican candidates, and even, in fact, many of the candidates that are running in general, have a big thing about getting the state budget under control. There's, you know, as I understand it, the thing is like $19 billion in deficit. Is that right? Something like that?
And probably over 20 billion this year.
Yeah. So there's a big deficit, and my question is, if you were elected, how would you, individually, one guy out of 80 in the assembly, what influence do you think you could have in getting the budget under control? Or do you think that one voice, yeah, I mean, why should we expect one voice to be able to be the one that sways the getting the budget under control?
Well, I think every assemblyman has that same question that they have to face. Mm-hmm. Can their one vote make a difference? You bet. And if I didn't think it would make any difference, I certainly wouldn't run. So I believe that every voice, every vote in the assembly is very, very important. I'm a financial planner, as you know, and I've done that this been my whole career. I understand money, and I believe that gives me a unique qualification to represent the people here, because I will bring common sense financial solutions to our state budget problems. Basically, the problem is that the state just spends too much money. Sure, the other side of the coin is that we have a revenue problem. That's true. But we've seen historically that even if the government has a lot of money, if they have what we call even excess money, they always spend it. They spend more than they have. So the amount of money is not the key. It's the spending that we have to bring under control. Then we have to bring jobs here. But the jobs will come here when our taxes are lowered and when the regulations that are hindering the businesses are taken away. That will bring the jobs back. Right now they're fleeing the state. Mm-hmm. And when they're fleeing, they don't produce any taxes and revenue. So that's the other side of the coin.
And as far as